Greetings and welcome to another episode of Reverend G's Words of Encouragement. I am so delighted you decided to join me today. I got a quick word for you, my friends, and then I'll be out of your way. Once again, my name is Reverend G. Some people call me Dr. Gaines. You can call me Jeff. Today I want to talk about the subject of when setbacks become for a setup. When your setbacks are setting you up for what's next in your life. And I'll start it this way, my friends. Have you ever had a situation in your life where someone betrayed you, broke the loyalty, and just broke up your trust? Maybe it was a family member, maybe it was a friend, colleague, or someone, a neighbor, or maybe it was your spouse, or maybe it was a church member, and God forbid, maybe it's your pastor who caused you some type of distress. And during the middle of that action going on, you felt the deep burns of betrayal, and you asked God the question, why is this happening to me? Why am I experiencing all of these setbacks by people doing all and saying these things into my life? Well, I'm going to remind you of this story that helps me sometimes in my setbacks, because God knows I've had a lot of setbacks. If setbacks were a college course, I have a PhD. If setbacks were a car, I'd probably have a Rolls Royce and a Bentley parked beside each other because I've experienced some setbacks. So I'll share this story with you, will, and it's come from Genesis. And I'm going to summarize it. It's the story of Joseph. And Joseph had 12 brothers, and there were 13 of them. And the father liked Joseph the most. And he showed that with favoritism. And he gave Joseph a coat of many colors. And then Joseph had this dream that his brothers would bow down to him. And of course, he shared that with his brother. And we know that wasn't going to go well. Put on the fact that he was favored by the father. So the brothers got upset. And they looked for ways to do him harm. And they end up putting him in a hole. And from that hole, he ended up going to being in slavery. And from slavery, ends up being in prison for a crime that he did not commit. Now, Joseph could have let all of these setbacks cause him not to exercise the gift that God had given him based on all the things that happened. But that's not what he did. And while I briefly stated what those setbacks were, these things happen over a long period of time, y'all. So sometimes a setback is not just something that goes on Monday and you're done with it on Tuesday. Sometimes it takes some time to get through. So while Joseph was in prison, as I said, for a crime that he didn't commit, he began to exercise his gift because the leadership wanted him to interpret a dream. And he interpreted the dream. And as a result of that interpretation of the dream, he was then let free and set in a position of the second highest in all the land of Egypt. So remember now the setback. He went from the hole to slavery to prison, but now he's sitting in my mind, the second in charge of all of Egypt. You talk about how God can use your setbacks to set you up for what's next. And I know while we're in these setbacks, they don't feel good. And we ain't necessarily thinking about what God is setting us up for. We just want to get out of this hole. We just want to move on and be in a better spot. And so, but that's not where the story takes a unique turn for me, if you will. The story goes that while Joseph is second in charge, large and in charge, there's a famine in the land. And the brothers, the one who threw him in the hole, and wanted to do him harm, they were looking for food. And they found themselves in his presence, and they didn't recognize it was Joseph, but Joseph recognized who they were. And my friends, he could have taken an opportunity to exact his revenge and get even with them, but no, that's not what he did. He showed grace and mercy and took care of their needs. Hey, let me just preach here for a second, because that's what God can do. The very people that sometimes are trying to break us down, throw us in a hole, they will find themselves needing a blessing from the very people that they tried to abuse. Oh, somebody help me up in here today. And so Joseph had this amazing opportunity to now take care of him, and that's what he did. He exercised that. So I said all that to say this. I'm not sure what setbacks you experience or what you might be feeling right now, but I know that you got to just trust in God that whatever you're going through, as the Bible reminds me, what man tries to do for harm, God can turn it into good. And I am a living witness that God can turn it into good when others try to do you harm. So the word today is setbacks can lead to a setup. Well, my friends, it looks like my time is out. Once again, my name is Dr. Gaines. I am so delighted that you decided to join me today on this episode. I pray that something was said or you heard something that encouraged you today. And I pray that, Lord willing, you'll be back the next time to listen to the next episode. Once again, my name is Dr. Gaines. Deuces, I'm out, and I'll see you at my next episode.